This morning tried to tackle the Z-bar bracket, both on the frame, the motor, and the bracket itself. I had to air chisel everything but the two rivets out. I got it marked where I'm going to drill the holes and where I'm going to mount this bar bracket. I'm going to pull the Z-bar bracket from the motor off and show you guys what I had to do. I had to cut my first modifications to it off, so this is a second rendition of this bracket, which will work now for what we're wanting to do. Actually, shit, I need to move that a little farther up so it's not rubbing that exhaust. So I want it there actually, so I'm gonna mark that again. But yeah, I'll take it apart and show you guys what we did to get this to fit. I'm gonna pull the bracket out. So on this guy, had to shorten it up here. You don't want to go too far because you still need it to seal up in there somewhat so you can grease this. Air chiseled the two rivets out, and I'm going to move it. There's the original location. I'm going to move it right in the center, so I'll drill the hole there and here. And I'm going to throw some nuts and bolts in it so it's easier to pull out to service this. And now for the Z-bar bracket itself. Remember, this is a Jegs part I ordered. It is a Corvette style, the long version of it. That I trimmed down and then welded my own little plate onto it. Get it out of here real quick. Shouldn't have messed with the bracket until I had the exhaust in the first time, but we wanted to play with it and see how everything would line up. So like I said, this is a Corvette long style bracket. So I had to stretch this bottom tongue to fit the bell housing for a 67. And then I cut the tip of the plate off and welded a piece of flat stock in there. It lines up just perfect for that. And then what I cut off, this was my first one I designed that I should have not done until I had the exhaust in, but you can see I cut it off there. This was originally part of this, and all I had to do cut it, and like I said, flat stock, and it works perfect as you just seen. So I'm gonna go drill the holes in the frame, get everything soft mounted, and then see if I can adjust the clutch pedal so we have clutchage, and then maybe we'll get a video of it yard driving with a fuel tank strapped to it and see if we can't move it for the first time. All right, I'll get you back with you guys when I get it all done. All right, so everything's in tight. The Z-bar bracket is bolted up. It's better aligned. Everything's tight. We go ahead and push the clutch in, and we got clutch engagement, and I have plenty of thread to adjust if we need to put more adjustment on it. Yeah, there's the Z-bar bracket and everything made up and bolted tight. I might loosen it back up and move that bar over to the inside, just so it's not at a steep angle. But yeah, clutch is done again for the last time, hopefully. I guess the last thing I really got to do is sand the AC box, and get it mounted. And then we can put the front clip back on it at some point. But yeah, I hope that helps out whoever is trying to do old school 4-speed, because I noticed a lot of the guys who do these, if they're doing a 4-speed, they're doing the hydraulic clutch. And I guess the old man doesn't really like that, so this is for the older style 4-speed bell housing with the Z-bar bracket to LS instead of using the hydraulic cylinder and clutch setup. Bracket. I didn't have to cut or extend any of these. All I had to do is just bend it, both of them, upper and lower part of the bracket, to get everything to line up, and trim this. I actually kind of trimmed it a little too much, but it works. That plate does not have any flex in it, so I don't have to put anything up against the block. Yeah, I hope this helps out whoever is trying to do a similar setup, and keep posting on this, because I don't see too many guys. Like, there's plenty of these trucks out there that are LS swapped, but no one goes into details or, you know, who they used, like motor mounts, the cross member, you know, showing anything like we did for the clutch setup. No one really does it. I mean, they do it for the square bodies, but not for these older 67 to 72. Heck, I think some of the later 60s, before they switched to this body style, the frame and stuff is all set up about the same. So I mean, hopefully this helps out some guys that are trying to figure out how to do some of this, and we'll keep updating. Thanks for watching.